Hello guys, so welcome to tonight's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time you see our program for you want to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I'm gonna start with tonight's show. Alright, the Champions League squad list is out. So Gabriel Jesus is missing in that list. Arsenal omit him. They add Max Dowman. Good. Because this Max Dowman, before they tell us say the guy not go dey eligible to play for Champions League until he turn 16. How come Arsenal come add him for the A list? In fact, it can't be like say everything they tell us about Max Dowman is a lie. The person was saying no go dey eligible to play the Premier League, this and that. Later he play. They say, oh, not the Premier League. And Champions League is going to wait till he becomes 16. Already had that. So what is it? Because I think he will become 16 by December. So I don't just understand. Because when you look at the Arsenal website, Arsenal selects 2025-2026 Champions League squad. When you look the squad, players on list A, Raya Arrizabalaga, Tommy Setford, Saliba, Mosquera, Ben White, Hincapi, Gabriel Magalhaes, Julian Timber, Ricardo Calafield. Then Martin Odegaard, Debrecen, Christian Noga, Trossard, Noni Madueke, Mikel Merino, Kai Havertz, Matheus Bimendi, Declan Rice, Max Dowman. Then Saka, Martinelli, Victor Gyökeres. Even Fabrizio Romano said not cancel because it can't be like a big deal. On social media, everybody say, Jesus, they don't add that more, they don't add Jesus. What's it really happen? I don't really know. Because Gabriel Jesus left out of the Champions League squad for Arsenal because I was thinking based on say in rehabilitation period don't the go way. So therefore just add them based on the squad depth level, but I don't really know. Even Chelsea said they don't add Bono and Note. Many Tottenham Hotspur not add Matistel. So many clubs they will say they don't add some kind of players for reasons best known to them. So me I don't go to criticize them. That's sabi. Now moving away from that, somebody sent me this image today. I can still go check out Fabrizio Romano's page. So Romano, they talk about the top 30 clubs in the world by revenues, according to the New York Times. But for me, I can ask him, say, from which period to which period reports be this? Which calendar year, which accounting calendar is this? Is this for last season? Is this for last 2 seasons? Is this for last 2 seasons combined? Like which one? Because me, I know they like to just speculate. Okay, okay, that this at the end of the day no can be. So I no can no share. Maybe with time we are going to get much needed clarity on this particular report. Because when you look at me, because you say after Real Madrid, you have Man City, PSG, Man U, Bayern, Barcelona, people can see Arsenal. You get over 600 million generated revenue. Yeah, so not good thing, but I would like to know which particular period then they talk about. Now, away from that, we call it here say Arsenal coaching staff actually conducted a 2-season audit of league losses, the past 2 seasons. So we finish second. All the games where we lose, we try to see why we lose them, which is good because it will show you some errors. Nobody is infallible. You get, nobody is perfect. It will show you some errors, some things where you do. You can't learn from them so that you know go do them again. Some may not be even your own fault. It may be hand of God, like injuries. Nobody they see injuries coming. Yes. So you don't get any hand to that one. Yes. So we will say, okay, for example, look at last season now, the game we play against Liverpool, game we don't win. All of a sudden, Magalhaes walk out. Magalhaes will say, you don't they play you know they really get injury like that. He walk out of that game. After Magalhaes, let Timber follow on. Look at all those kind of happenstance. Things where you know expect, where you know see coming. So now for that audit, they are not looking at patterns because they say they uncovered a hidden pattern behind dropped points in easy fixtures. You get, and there are better after looking at all these things with them, can activate a targeted rebuild. That was why he bought all these people he bought. You know, just buy them for buying sake. He bought them for a reason, to fix a specific problem. Signing profiles. Arteta viewed essential to fix structural gaps. Bertha signed the people who Arteta and say, like Arteta and say, we have problem with Bukayo Saka cover. Before they get injured, we no get adequate cover there. Saliba no get your own cover. For the left back, some people are living. We are open there. We are porous. For the midfield, pattern no day. This one now so brother just a giver everything when they do. Look at the study. Not just losing to big teams. So they look at why did they lose against Aston Villa? Why are we losing against Newcastle? Why is it that whenever we play against Newcastle, it becomes very, very difficult to beat them? Why? You do your research. You get. So now what it them don't do, and I want to believe them don't find out the reason why it be like that. So more just watch. Shebo go soon play Newcastle this season. We go soon play Aston Villa this season. We go soon play some kind of small. In fact, the expectation moving forward is that when we play all these average, medium-sized teams, we're supposed to beat them. 10 men behind the block or not, low block or not, 10 men behind the ball or not, we're supposed to popo them. That is the expectation. Now, moving away from that, you know, say, since today, the comment section in the morning show, yesterday show, the day we will play that our game against Liverpool, I see that the comment section is very, very feisty, and we said, I did contribute for the conversation. Now, I want to explain one thing. I said something in the morning. When I did talk about, I think it was this morning or yesterday, when Paul Messi the fear say, I changed my mind, you say based on say Liverpool buy Isak. Now, this morning I also made a statement that Liverpool are the favorites to win the league. Some people on the enter me, see debating. Now, I don't notice say most times when I say things, people misunderstand. Now, let me clarify something. When you say somebody is the favorite, it doesn't mean you are saying that person will win it. Because I noticed that some of our community members, they get this misconception. That somebody is the favorite means say the probability of that person winning it is high based on some certain factors. But will they win it? Nobody can tell. It's not a guarantee. Sometimes we see Arsenal go play Aston Villa. On paper, we are the favorites. At the end of the day, they go poke balls. Look at a perfect example just happened of recent. Barcelona played Rayo Vallecano. I think it was Rayo, yes? When we say those ones go scatter their field, go and look at the odds for that game. Before the match, they ask you, say, who will be the favorite to win? You go say Nabaka. But we see the match end. Match end 1-1. For you to know, say, no be every time when they say you be favorites, you go win. Last season, Liverpool were not the favorites to win the league, but who winner? In the beginning of last season, the favorites were Man City and Arsenal. Because why? The season before, now then they drag up. But Liverpool came from nowhere, reared their ugly head and took away the prize. That is to say, no be every time when they say, this person be favorite, now that person will winner. With that being said, you should understand that one of the functions of a journalist or journalism is agenda setting. Me when you see here, sometimes I set agenda on matters of discourse. What we go talk about? This morning, I asked a simple question. Since they don't give Ateta all these things when they find, don't you think if the players never understand that, we say it will take time for them to understand that if it affects them? It's just a question for us to discuss. People come carry on for here and say, in fact, this night I want to ask you another question. This Mikel Arteta way they see so, because I've seen in the comment section people are saying Saka Arteta. Let's talk about that Saka Arteta now. You see that topic we go talk and now ask you. Assuming Arteta no win anything this season, she made a Saka. This is question number one. Should Arteta be fired? Now, bearing in mind, say no be you hire him, but if say na you be the body, go fire him. The next question becomes, do you think the board will fire Arteta if he does not win anything? Because I can answer that one for you for free. You see this Arteta way you see. If he no win anything, they no go still fire him. As long as he qualify for top 4, he go far for Champions League, he generates money for them. Go and write it down. When the season, before the season began, I was of the opinion that this season is a make or mark. Why does it stand on that opinion? Yes. Because me say I like better thing, I want to win. Because what we do here is we tend to shaping your minds give you clarity, open your eyes to things you may not be seeing because of tunnel vision, show you different things. Now the onus is on you. If Ateta no win anything this season, she made the Saka. Let me know in the comment section. Very important question. I love. In fact, I wish if we do video, but everybody could join and cut off their mind. But time not really there. Now, away from that, do you know that this Eric Ten Hag, when they lost sack now, they will pay this guy €6 million for being a coach for 60 days. That's like €100,000 per day. BILD, they tell us. This man just the cash out, just the happy, just the smile to the bank. But it is what it is. Now, something historic happened. Ipswich Town have signed Tyler Young for their under-21 and is on the permanent deal after its successful trial. He don't join Papa now, Ashley Young, so father and son did the same club now. So whether two of them will play together, I never really know. Maybe they'll play cup now. One kind maybe FA Cup or something. If you just can't put themselves Young where go join them, and that's what Ashley Young wanted. So you're making with a kid at least play for the same match, either as opposition or maybe as teammates. Get whether I go get that dream. Now I really know. I don't know. Now we wait from that. All right, so Eberechi, former boss, when they talk about and when they talk, say this guy can reach the highest level of the game. And in fact, the man talk plenty. He said Eberechi was one of those players who every single day would do something that caught your attention. It might just be one piece of control where he brought a ball out of the air. It might be a strike on goal after a cut inside. It might be the way he glides across the pitch. He was just one of those players. Over the years, you work with Steve. I don't lie for you. The man talk about Eberechi. The man talk plenty. It shows you the level of confidence Wayne gets, where Eberechi he gets, which is what many Arsenal fans too have. We are in the. In fact, this reminds me of one argument. Listen, I love debates. I call them debates. One debate me and person they do today. So the person got talk say if to say Eberechi starts the match against Liverpool, he for do well, he go do well, he go do this, he go do that. Me upon the remind them say this statement you make that speculation it be because they argue, so no be speculation, it's in a fact. That argument we argue like 30 minutes at the end of the day. Yes, I just laugh. I don't want to talk anything. But another one mistake many Arsenal fans they do, or many potential analysts they make, not knowing how to differentiate opinions, facts, and speculation or guess. They don't know how to differentiate that. In fact, somebody came up to me today. He showed me one story. You get, say, Sachuk, see this particular story. It's not true. I can ask and say, when you look at the story, the first question you should ask is this an opinion piece? Is this a new story? If not a new story, we're going to look for, if you watch me, if I look story, I always look for quotation marks. Make I tell you, waiting the person talk, gone. Not be waiting the media house interprets. Because during interpretation, some messages are lost. Meanings are lost. So that's why they like to read from quotation marks. You go hear verbatim, waiting the person talk. So in case you also don't know, like what I talk today, what I talk say, Isak and Salah, I don't expect them to score 20 goals. Then I was speculating because I'm projecting into the future. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what will happen in the future. That's why I thought that speculation. I just speculated. I just projected. I don't think I can tell you true, say confirm, Shola, say two of them will score 2022. What if they do? So that is one error many Arsenal fans make when they do analysis. They speculate a lot and they misinterpret that speculation to become facts. Facts are facts. Opinions are opinions. Don't worry. With time, when they learn, when they say this, that's why this is my podcast. I love dishing out some kind of knowledge. Get so you learn. Get so now so it just be. Now let's move on. Away from that, do you also know that Mika Biarritz is complaining? Although nobody really complain like that, but the guy can talk say, see what is happening for Arsenal. Cavas don't get injury. Like the Brazils no day. This one no day. Say if to say in the Arsenal like this time for the play. I could have played for Arsenal. Player thinks Cavas injury would have seen minutes. Doesn't regret Gunnar's exit. Now Mika Bierets they talk, they play for Monaco. So he has been a big hit at Ligue 1. The guy around scored 13 goals and given like 3 assists in 22 games so far. In fact, at some point, he was the hottest striker in Europe top leagues and he scored 12 goals in his first 10 games in the French top flight league. This guy, he just be like Obi Chido for the academy. They score like 2 goals now water. So last he goes from Graz on loan. From there, this one come buy him. After Fabio Balogun collect, last night ACL collect. They can't sign Mika Bierets. Ever since, Balogun bust left like mad. Now he's saying, I didn't follow it that much, but I know that Havertz was injured, and if I had still been there, I could have played for Arsenal, he said. But that's not how it works properly, and I'm happy to be in Monaco and score some goals there. For me, the Premier League is not the most important thing. As I've said, I've lived in London, so if I come back to a Premier League club in London, it will be a lot of fun for my family. But for me, it's not that I just have to play in the Premier League. It's also great to play for top clubs in Europe. Why am I bringing this story? Now, because of Obi Chido. Look at how we are giving Max Dowman a chance. Look at how I'm giving all these people. If some Obi Chido there, who says they're not going to give him a chance? Now, we don't really know what to go happen to saying they here speculating, you guess. But I would like to think if to saying they here, let her forgive a chance. For me, that would have been the expectation, but who knows? None of us did for inside our mind, you get. Maybe that's why the guy Jackpot. Where Jackpot going how far? Now, can Max Dowman play in the Champions League? I think we've already analyzed this. No need to come and be repeating this particular story because the answer they said, the simple answer is yes, he can. There's someone cannot go dwell so much on that. Even the Athletic self, they talk and say, this Max Dowman. In fact, some people never really make up their mind they didn't go play because Athletic were like, if he plays, he will become the youngest, or in fact, the first 15-year-old to appear in the competition. But if he no come play, because then say na 2 way they take do the analysis. Say the guy if he play, the guy if he no play, that one save day. Now, this same Max Dowman don't set new record after him doing debut for England under 19. Now, for this game, they say Max Dowman has set a new record after making his debut for England under 19 in a 2-0 win versus Ukraine under 19 at the Pinata Arena on Wednesday. Now, this Max Dowman, he came off the bench in the 70th minute, replacing Jeremy Monga in the last 20 minutes of the friendly clash. Yes. So now at 15 years, 8 months and 3 days, Max Dowman has become the youngest ever player for England under 19, according to Transfermarkt. Now, one of the senior men in the administration called the talk say, this kid is super special. Dixon was telling 10 bets. That's not to say Itawaneri or Myers, Lewis Kelly are not. But this kid has got something that you can't, in fact, you cannot really put your finger on it. He blows you away when he does his stuff. I'm reluctant to build him up because he's already building himself. You just watch his show reel, watch him when he comes on, his ability on the ball. Wow. We've been waiting for him for a long time, and Mikel said that every club in the world knows him. When I read this particular line, every club in the world knows him. I couldn't help but smile. Now, we've got an absolute gem on our hands. And if you are good enough, you are old enough to play. He's already shown what he can do. Assuming he struggled a bit in preseason, you back off and thinking maybe it's too early to play him. But he showed what he is, that he's ready, that he's an exceptional talent. And at the end of the day, we need to let him shine. So me, I didn't have to say, yes, we said we get our own prodigy. One day, the guy will take the center stage, maintain the first level. I'm just very happy for them. Now, there was this argument between one big Liverpool blog with Mohamed Salah. Now, Anfield edition, there be independent media house where they talk about Liverpool. Then when they compared Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez versus Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak. Their caption was, name a bigger upgrade in the footballing industry. Salah can let them know, say, see, how about we celebrate the good signings, the great signings we will make, without disrespecting the Premier League winners? Because this Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez, where they compared to Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak. Isak and Wirtz never win Premier League. The first two win Premier League. So what a disrespect. Or more. But me, by side, I see sense. What Salah talk, it resonated with me. It really made so much sense. Now let's bring the message from all of our sponsors. Mobile World Associates and Co Limited. They are into construction services, dredging, canalization. real estate and shop protection works. They are also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 8064642234, and they're located at number 7 Ekeniwo Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. So the biggest news on the night, and the fact say the Champions League squad for the 2025-2026 season is out, and Gabriel Jesus has been excluded and omitted by Arsenal. So we'll just see how everything will be. So with that being said, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show and end that come your way tomorrow morning to give you the morning news. So then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of the night. Good night. I'm not there. All right, guys. Ciao.